So you are here on behalf of RX Music, and maybe let's start by just telling me why RX Music supports the Canadian Music Therapy Fund.
For one thing, I mean, it's a great organization, but I think it really lines up with what we're doing because, of course, RX Music what we do as a business is we put music in backgrounds. Basically, we're trying to bring music to everybody. And so that just seems like a natural fit for our company. When we're bringing music to any spaces that we can, your organization is bringing music to people who could really benefit from it. And I think everybody can benefit from it, but especially people who are vulnerable, who maybe different forms of therapy can't get through to them in the same way. Music therapy is just an accessible way for a connection. And I think anybody can get something from that.
Connection has been the word of the night so far.
Yeah. Well, it's appropriate.
Yeah, so I'm glad you used it too. So maybe share your thoughts on how music can impact communities. You talked a bit about RX Music's, the work that your business does. What are your beliefs about music and community health and wellness?
I think more than anything, music can bring people together. Even when, of course, everybody can get in a fierce debate with a friend about liking this band versus that band, the Stones versus the Beatles. Yeah. I guess we should back the Stones here, but I mean, at the same time, music does bring people together, and especially at so many of the amazing events you guys have put on, you can see that there's people that have been attracted to the organization from various different areas, and there's all sorts of different music playing, but it's always a good time. Anybody can enjoy the live concert together, and even when it comes down to musicians, being able to play with one another and seeing two people who might not even know one another interact, through the language of music, it's great, and I think it's a unifying tool.
So why is it important for RX Music to support a charity?
I think for any organization, it's nice to know, as an employee, it's nice to know that you're working for a company that, cares more about just the bottom line and just, maximizing profits. And I think this fits in great. And there's several organizations we support, many of which are music and arts focused. But again, I think Canadian Music Therapy Fund is just such a natural fit, as I was saying before, about bringing music to everybody, which is what we do. But it's also nice that because our head office is in Toronto, and of course it's nice to work with a local organization. But of course, I know part of your objective is to bring music therapy to various areas, especially areas outside of the major cities that it might be harder for music therapists to get to, or there's less of prominence of music therapists there. So I think it's just a natural fit in that regard.
Amazing. All right, so before we finish, surprise question. What's your favorite thing about our charity?
On a personal level, it is the fundraisers. I mean, you've had so many great ones, like at Propeller Cafe. There was, Born Ruffians, Chaos. The list goes on. Simone Denny, who I know is here somewhere.
She is, yeah.
Simone, I've seen her live with the concerts, and of course tonight, Shad Ferraro. So that's personally, for me, I've been lucky to get to go to a lot of the events, but also, working with you and Natalie and the rest of the board members that I've got to meet, and then just in passing, rubbing shoulders with the different certified music therapists who, everybody just seems wonderful. You guys have always been great to work with, and it's a pleasure.
Awesome. Thanks, Regan.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Anything else you want to say?
I'm good. Looking forward to tonight.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Thanks, Regan.
Thanks so much.